What if the person you married, the one you loved most, became your greatest rival? What if romance turned into a battlefield where every smile hides defiance and every touch carries control? Tonight, witness a marriage where love burns, but power decides. Welcome to Unseen Romance, where love hides its darkest secrets. Tonight we uncover a story of passion twisted into obsession and devotion consumed by power. A husband and wife bound by marriage, torn by control. Stay till the end, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more. Every romance begins with promises. Their wedding was a dream, the smiles, the vows, the warmth of love. To the world, they looked flawless. A husband successful and commanding, a wife elegant and devoted. Their home echoed with laughter, their life painted with perfection. But perfection is a fragile mask. Behind closed doors, silence spoke louder than laughter. The husband was not just a partner, he was a man of rules, control, and order. He loved deeply, but his love came with conditions. He believed devotion meant obedience. The wife, however, was no shadow of his will. She adored love but cherished freedom more. Her beauty was matched only by her mystery, and she knew how to challenge him without raising her voice. Each smile carried defiance, each glance a quiet rebellion. Their romance, though dazzling, carried cracks invisible to outsiders. What began as devotion slowly turned into calculation. Every promise had hidden terms, every embrace carried tension, and as the nights grew colder, one truth emerged. This wasn't just a love story. It was the beginning of a silent war. When the illusion of love shatters, what do two hearts hold on to? Affection or control? The cracks widened. The husband, proud and authoritative, believed his guidance was protection. But in truth, it was possession. He wanted control of every detail, from choices of friends to the very rhythm of her days. Yet the wife was no ordinary woman. She obeyed with grace but resisted with silence. Her defiance was subtle at first, a delay in her response, a hidden smile when he tried to dominate, a sharp gaze when he demanded submission. These moments seemed small, but they grew like storms in silence. The dinners once filled with warmth became tests of patience. Every gesture became loaded with meaning. Every word became a blade. To the world, their bond still looked unbreakable. But in private, their eyes told a different tale. His heavy with demand, hers glowing with quiet resistance. Their love had transformed into a battlefield where kisses became strategies and silence carried the weight of screams. It was no longer about companionship. It was about control, who held it and who could take it away. Now their marriage was a chessboard. Every move mattered. The husband played with authority, commanding, demanding, expecting. But the wife was the queen, elegant, unpredictable, and never afraid to challenge. She turned silence into power, softness into strategy. Where he used dominance, she used mystery. Every night became a performance. On one side of the room, he sat in the icy blue glow of control. On the other, she reclined in fiery red defiance. Between them, a line invisible but undeniable. Each glance was a strike, each smile a weapon. Their love had transformed into a psychological duel where no one raised a weapon, yet every look cut deeper than steel. And yet, beneath the war, passion lingered. They fought, but they could not let go. They burned, but they could not walk away. Their bond was dangerous, magnetic, and unbreakable, because it wasn't built on peace, but on fire. Is this still love? Or has love already died, leaving only the hunger for control? Every game reaches a point where silence becomes unbearable. For them, it arrived one night, not in words, but in the heavy stillness of the room. A glass slipped and shattered, the sound echoing like thunder. His fist clenched, Her eyes glowed with unyielding fire. No screams, just stares. In that moment, their entire marriage stood revealed. He believed his control would keep their world steady. She believed her defiance was the only way to survive. They were bound not just by love, but by obsession. Each confrontation tightened the chain instead of breaking it. Each clash drew them closer even as it tore them apart. It was no longer about marriage, it was survival. A cycle of love, defiance, dominance, and silence. Every day was another round in a game neither was willing to lose. And so their marriage continued. Not in peace, but in tension. Not in surrender, but in fire. Because some romances are not meant to heal, they are meant to haunt. This was dark romance after marriage, the power games between husband and wife. A story where devotion burns into obsession and passion becomes war. Do you believe love can survive control, or is power always stronger? Comment your thoughts, and subscribe to Unseen Romance for more untold stories of the heart.